Hey, okay. And we are live. Welcome back to the SaveState podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Too Loud Tech. We got my boy Matt and my boy Lee. And we are the Pal Kitty Rangers -1 today. Unfortunately, Mike couldn't stick around, but he may come back through a little bit later. I'm going to do this one a little bit weird today. I am the blind lady on Deadpool's couch. And I'm rocking the pictures today, so I'm looking at you guys through the lenses. Pretty cool. So let me see. Where's the camera? No, just kidding. Yeah. What's new, man? What's up, guys?
Oh man,
man, just chilling.
Yeah, a bunch of new retro news out there, and just some insane stuff going on right now.
I'm gonna kill this music. We don't need it. We talk enough, so we don't need the music there. So hey, this is our second episode here, guys, and I'm excited. I know you guys are also excited. Today we're gonna talk about let's get that Magic X going. So we're gonna look at this new device that we have here. Oh, actually, this is my first time seeing it. So
it's so cool, man.
Oh, dude, it is really nice. Man.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. This is gonna be like a 2DS or a DS monster. Yeah, this is what everyone's waiting for. It's just like you need that split screen capability. You got that wide screen, so you'll be able to fit both of those images in there. Oh man, I'm excited for this one.
I am super excited too. I wish they went just a little bit more powerful. Maybe we could sneak some 3DS in there, but I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the house in the mouth. And just the whole layout of the device, the dual screens, the one stick on the side. I mean, just the button layout. I mean, I wasn't a DS kid, but I'm excited about this one. And the price point, they're talking like $60 or $70 or something. I'm all in. I'm 100% all in.
Yeah, I'm all over that for that price point for sure. I mean, I am a major lover of my 2DS. I have that 2DS cheese wedge, and I love that device. And this reminds me a lot of the cheese wedge. It is nice. Actually, I like the white. I'm not really a white handheld guy because I kind of just
that blue transparent. Look at it right there. It says it blue transparent.
I know, man. There's no pictures. I want to see what that blue is going to look like.
I have to see what it looks like. Yeah, I have to see. I
want to see because didn't they call the 028 blue, that purple one, and it was insane looking one? Didn't they list that one as blue, or did they list it?
I think it was like glacier blue or something like that. Right?
No, there was a purple one, an indigo one.
Okay.
Remember I talked you into the glacier blue and it looked terrible, and then they had this indigo one that looked insane. Yeah,
insane. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, let's see what the other color variations look like. But exciting, dude. Nonetheless, having a device for NDS dedicated for NDS. Also, 2 arcade games will be freaking super dope on here.
Oh my god, shoot 'em ups and Tate
mode. Come on. I love those type of games. I love just the pick up and play ability of them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be super cool. Do we know when this goes out on pre-order?
So we got some rumors that it got delayed. It was supposed to be on the 17th. But we have seen images showing up on AliExpress saying that it's going to be available on June 27th.
Okay. Oh, very soon. Okay. I want to make a quick notice here for our sponsor. We are sponsored by NOS, guys. And I'm just kidding. I wish.
Yeah, we wish.
Hit us in the DMs, NOS.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no. So June 27th on this device. That's really good, dude. That's really close.
That's what we're hoping for.
Great handhelds in a close amount of time, right? We got the RG Slide coming.
Oh my god, so many.
Dude,
yeah. The brick hammer. I don't know who came up with that.
Oh, dude,
name.
I can't wait. I can't. The name's terrible, but I can't.
I don't know who came up with that name, but brick hammer.
Wait, I'm lost on the sauce. What are we calling the brick hammer?
Okay, so TrimUI made brick, and then they were like, you know what? Let's make a full metal body, and we're gonna name it the Brick Hammer.
Oh, yes, I did see the
Hold
shell,
on, I'm
dude.
showing you right now.
Okay, yes, because I did see the shell, and man, I like it a lot. I really like the brick. So to have and if I was to get one of those shells, it would give me a reason to go in there and kind of tinker with the buttons a little bit because I would like to make it like my silent ninja, you know, because I mean we're all kind of the same with this, right? We all have wives and we all lay down next to our partners and play games, and nobody likes getting the stink eye. So you know,
Right.
Check that thing out. Check that thing out.
The quieter the buttons, the better. Here, let's bring it up here. And
yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but I think I'm gonna go the pink because it just looks the most unique, and I love stuff that looks unique. And there's not that
it's
many.
kind of a rose gold, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's
not
what it
that
is. It's
many.
rose gold. Yeah.
There's not many devices out there that got that color. Like the green looks really cool too. Not gonna lie. Black looks pretty generic to me, so I'm either going green or pink. Leaning.
I really like that green. Like, I really, really like that green a lot.
Yep.
That's
definitely what I'm gonna get.
It gives me like limited edition Zelda handheld vibes. Like
I mean,
like some gold buttons or something. Like, but it does give me that Zelda vibe.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
So what I was blown away by this is that I saw it and I said $95. That's good price for a shell. And I started reading. That's not the shell. That's the whole device.
Yeah,
with the guts and everything. I thought we were buying the shell because you get some of these shells that are 130, 140 bucks. So to release a device like that that's metal like that with the shell, like and the guts, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm in. Now, I didn't look at the shipping. They're 95 bucks. There is a coupon. It's TrimUI 15 off, and it'll take 15% off the price, brings it down to like 80 something bucks. So that's cute. That's awesome. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you haven't seen that, you should definitely take advantage of that. I'm all in. I'm definitely ordering it. They talked about it, and then it just went live today. So get them while you can.
I mean, dude. I think that's an exceptional price, dude. I mean, how much is a Miu Mini metal shell? What, 200 plus?
Oh man,
right?
they're expensive.
Like
Yeah, they're expensive, and that's even if
you can order just a shell for like $150 if you can.
Yeah, most of them are.
But that's like the bare shell, right? That's not even like the designed ones, the ones with nice paints and stuff. Yeah. So this is super cool. What are we calling it again? The Brick Hammer.
Yeah, it's says right there, TrimUI Brick Hammer. Like
okay, the Brick
why?
Hammer, dude.
I don't know, but that's it.
I need it. I
do too.
No lie,
I do too.
I need it.
I'll probably end up getting it, and I'll probably just sit on a shelf or something. Like awesome device and everything, but the all winter 133p Portmaster is okay on it. I guess you could do some like I don't know, NES, Super Nintendo.
I love the brick, dude. I don't really go reach for the sky while playing it. Like I don't me. So first of all, my favorite console to emulate is GBA. So as long as the dang device runs GBA, I'm cool with it. And the screen is so beautiful, right? Like the screen is absolutely gorgeous on the brick. So I'm more than happy with the performance that the brick gives me. Actually, looking at it, I was we're gonna kind of segue into our devices that we received this week, our hauls of the week, and I'm gonna just lead off with one of the ones that I received this week, and that is the Pixel 2 going from metal to metal. And
that green is dope.
Oh, it's gorgeous, dude. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I've played it a little bit. I need to play it a little bit more in order to put a review out. But I am a Pixel 1 owner as well. And I'm not sure. Maybe as time goes on, I will like this as much as the Pixel 1, but as it stands right now, I still like the Pixel 1 more.
Why?
I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys know this, but I was just on AliExpress earlier today, and they silent released the Pixel 2 in blue.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a
blue.
blue. It's showing up all over AliExpress.
This is
there's a blue
why I can't be
unit
friends
now.
with you guys, because
Yeah,
I'm broke because of all the stuff you guys
yeah.
tell me, man.
I just saw it today. I was just cruising
Oh
around
my gosh.
AliExpress. There was
Yeah,
no
but
announcement or anything. I
Yeah.
just went to
I'm
go check for
impulsive,
one,
right? You can't
and
tell me this stuff. I'm impulsive.
there's a blue unit now, and I was just like floored. I
Can
was
we
like,
get
no
that? Can we
way.
get that up on screen? Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah. Let me pull it up on AliExpress here really
So we
quick.
have a blue. So now I guess we have a blue Pixel 2 out there. I mean, the Pixel 2s were already coming in really, really fly colors. I did like in the beginning. A lot of people didn't catch it, but there was like this Cyberpunk limited edition. I know Azil.
Oh my gosh, that thing is gorgeous.
I know Lee ordered one, but unfortunately probably didn't receive it because a lot of people weren't getting them, even if they did place the orders. But that thing was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous, and I settled with the green because you can't find those. And actually,
There we go. We got it
I want
up.
to thank Go Game Geek because they sent me this, so I'll have a review out here for this shortly. And that's one of the devices that I received this week. Let's see here. Let's remove. Okay.
So look at that.
Okay. Oh,
That
okay.
is nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks like the blue on the Pixel 1.
It
Yeah.
does.
Looks like the
It
same
does
blue.
look like the blue.
Yeah, so they're showing up all over AliExpress now. It doesn't look like, I mean, obviously they didn't have like the art done for it because this is just some random release that they did out of the blue. But yeah, it's there, blue.
So
Real quick,
I will say it's nice, but my favorite is still the one Matt has. That purple.
Oh, the purple.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
So tell me why you like the one over the two.
Oh, okay. So really, it's really small gripes, dude. It's not anything that this device is doing wrong, to be honest. I guess to be honest, it's just like the narrower one. This one is wider.
See, that was one of my biggest draws. Is that in the hand? I guess I can see that. Yeah, it's in the hand, but I feel like it feels more substantial that way. And then I can. MIUI is cool. Don't nobody send me hate mail. MIUI is cool, but it's just too min for me, man. I mean, with this, you get the option of going to using Emulation Station, and I love that. And I know it's Plum for it. I haven't tried the Plum yet, but and it's got a 3326, so hopefully we'll see other CFW. But I feel like
I'm not a big MIUI guy either. I mean, when I say I'm not a big, I mean I don't use MIUI at all. Right. I'm not really into MIUI. I didn't mind the IUX or whatever they called the front end on that the operating system
IUX
on the Pixel 1.
2.0.
That GUX2 whatever.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. You know, they had a theme in there that I could work with, and to me, like it wasn't about, for me, the Pixel 1 wasn't about customization or tinkering. It was just something to keep in my pocket or in my bag and just pull it out and get some quick sessions in. And why I like the more narrow version was it was my one-hand device. It was literally my one-hand Pokemon machine. And
I get that. 100%.
This one's because this one's a little bit more wide. When I one-hand it, the corner kind of jabs into my palm inside a little bit, and I didn't feel that as much with the Pixel 1. So
I don't have that.
Obviously, everyone's hands are going to be different.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess I don't have delicate squirrel hands, so I guess.
Man.
I mean, all right. Well, let's move on from there. I'll accept I'll accept and acknowledge that I have delicate squirrel hands.
Squirrel hands.
So I'm gonna just run through really quick because I didn't really get that much stuff this week. I also received the X35H, which is pretty cool.
I love that device.
What color did you get?
I got the black transparent, and it was not my first choice. So originally I was getting the blue, which is the one I believe Matt has, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. And so this is just a little scratch in the plastic on the screen. So
right.
But I was originally getting the blue one, but customs destroyed it. So
you did tell me about that.
And so I ended up with the black one here. But the blue one is the most gorgeous. I will say, from my little bit of time messing with this one so far, super comfy, super comfy. I like the joysticks. I don't know if you're gonna pick it up much. My mic has a lot of cancellation.
Yeah, we can hear it. We can hear it.
Okay.
No, it's loud. It's loud.
Yeah.
So the triggers are, but the face buttons are not that bad. But the triggers, I mean, the standard affair here with Palkitty, right? The triggers, the shoulders, and the start select, yeah, they are clicky.
I have nothing wrong with Palkitty. I think that, for what they do and what they offer at their prices, they do really, really well. It's never my embed unit because they're just so loud. And I mean, I would get a Palkitty for my side table or my shelf, but nah, it's just.
I love Palkitty. I think they get too much flack from the community, to be honest. And I know, there'll be a lot of people who disagree with me or have their. I'm not saying people don't have valid criticisms, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of their criticisms are valid, but I think for what Palkitty provides for the money, it's pretty cool. I mean, some of their stuff looks like it's just spaghetti slapped at the wall, like like what the hell is this thing, right? But for the ones that come out and they're actually good, RGB 10 Max 3, I think that thing was a solid device, dude. The RGB 20 SX, I love that thing, bro. My favorite 1x1. The X55, I like that. I think it's a big couch device, and there's not very many. What else? Well, what else is there? Sub $100 big couch device, right? So I do like some of the stuff that comes out of Palkitty. Not everything, though. I will say that there's a lot that I skip. But one that I will not be skipping is the V90S, which I don't think any of us are planning to skip out on.
No, I think we're all grab. Well, I mean, I think you both already have yours. Mine's coming.
Mine's en route. I'll have it probably tomorrow, if not Monday.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's such a good follow up to the V90. It has its quirks and stuff like that, and there's small little details like, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but that white board behind the black transparent shell,
it does look good.
I love that.
It's insane. It looks so good.
Yeah.
And this one's actually going to Lee because he wanted this one, and I ordered this one, not being sure about the red one, so we're gonna trade. But I mean, it's so nice. It's got some weird wonky stuff because it's Palkitty. Like, it kind of threw me off, and I told you guys this. I got it. So I got the V20 prior, and the V20, the card was bad. And one of the issues that the card did is just got stuck on this message saying you can't display any systems to restart, and it wouldn't do anything. I ended up having to get a new card. This one showed up like that, so I was immediately like, oh, something's wrong. And then the community was like, no, dingbat, you actually got to add ROMs on and it works. So kind of weird, but you go and you add ROMs and then it works. But so far, I mean, it feels good. The D-pad feels really good. I mean, it's a little bit quieter than X35. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Yeah, we can.
Dome switch triggers, buttons are all membrane, a little bit loud. Start and select the dome switch, so they're a little bit loud. But I mean, it's a really nice device. I like it a lot.
I think the main thing that I'm always happy about with Palkitty and when they do clamshells is you're not gonna have a broken hinge. They were doing it way before everyone else.
Hinge is like
people are still rocking their OG V90s, right?
Yeah, I have one. I still have
no problem.
I still have one. Yep.
Yeah,
and this hinge is completely silent. No clicking. No, it feels so good. I mean, it's just these guys are the best at it. There's so many. They're absolutely the best at it.
They literally should just make a lineup of clamshells because they do them so well. Like they did the V90, it never had a broken hinge. They did the X18, no issues there. They did the X18S, no issues there. And then what we got Anbernic with cracking corner hinges, and we got Miyu mini flips, snapping hinges. So we got the Retroid clamshell that the limited edition model was cracking, and I think the SNES version was also cracking. Like, just let Palkitty do it. Like they figured it out. They figured it
out. Yeah. So what else have you gotten in this week, Matt? That's it for me as far as hauls this week.
Man, I don't think we got enough time in this podcast.
Just give us a quick pan through. Just give us a quick.
Okay. I got this is super cool. Actually, Lee sent me this. I got a metal RP2S, which is like I'm RP2 Plus. RP2 Plus got the slider and stuff like it. Just, I mean, this shell is like just amazing.
Beautiful,
feels
beautiful
really cool.
Device.
Love that guy real quick. I got the V90S that we saw already.
Okay.
I also got Probably, in my opinion, the coolest looking device ever made is the Game NT
the E5 Plus.
E5 Plus. This green and
Yeah.
this D-pad is the worst one they ever created, but this thing is just so cool.
Supposedly, there's an Ultra.
There's an Ultra.
No word on when it's gonna launch though.
Yeah, we found that the other night browsing stuff. Yeah, that Ultra looks cool though. It looks cool.
So, a lot of you guys know I'm new to this stuff and making videos and Go Game Geek kind of, they looked out for me and they sent me my first device, and I mean they couldn't have sent a better device. This retro color Mini Plus, their service card is insane, and I'm having so much fun playing with it. I'm making a video on it too, just because this thing is immortal, and it's just, in my opinion, it's still the absolute best device for a new person in this hobby. I mean, easily.
Agreed.
Most recommended device. And then, side note, okay, you guys can't judge me.
I judge you every day, so I mean, nothing's gonna change. Yeah.
my parents gave me a gift card for Father's Day, and so because I don't have enough keyboards, I felt like I should get another keyboard, and I found Royal Clutch, which is my favorite keyboard manufacturer, has this all metal. Jeez, the camera's wrong. All metal folding keyboard.
Nice.
It's Bluetooth, and it's got I like the loud clacky switches, so I chose the brown tactile switches, and it's just so cool, and it's metal, and I could use it to defend my family with.
Lunging someone
because it weighs. It's not going to fit in my bag, but I mean it weighs like 1.5 pounds, and I can probably bludgeon the heck out of somebody with it. So.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
That's hilarious. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Zeal, or Lee, sorry. Is there anything that you got in this week new? I know you're waiting on some stuff.
Yeah, I am waiting on some stuff. The only thing I picked up was I got this thing right here.
Oh,
yeah,
nice
Max. Yeah,
it is nice looking.
Max.
Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend it at this point. I've seen some things floating around that there's a new version coming out that has Bluetooth. This one doesn't have Bluetooth, but they have a new one coming out with Bluetooth, and it's got a version 2 OS upgrade. Still waiting for the OS version 2 to drop so I can just flash it to this one. But man, this thing was some work. Like it came broken. The OS was messed up. The screen was off. The big CPU, the big 4 CPUs were turned off for some reason. So like it ran like crap, and I was just like, what is this? So I went into the RH Discord and I started reading everything that everyone was saying. Installed the new or flashed the new firmware to it, and had to add a kernel Android app to it so that I could activate the 4 big CPUs.
So it's just been a roller coaster with that thing.
Wow.
Yeah. But
I'm glad I didn't buy one, because I'd have been mad after I bought it, and then I had to mail it to you to fix it, to send it back to me.
I did beat the game of the week, Age of the Zombies, on it.
Oh my god, you're insane!
I haven't posted it
yet,
insane. But the D-pad has membranes, but these are just like tactile switches, I think. Like they just go straight to the switch, so you have to push them really hard to get like a response from them. Kind of annoying, but yeah, that was my fun thing today.
Okay, nice. It looks nice. Unfortunately, it's not nice to use apparently, but hopefully they iron it out a bit, because it is a nice looking handheld. Now let's kind of break out into the bricked switches, man. What are you guys thinking about that? What are you guys thinking about this whole MIG flash or MIG switch situation? I know that there's a video circulating out there right now that everybody's watching, and that's Scattered Brains, a content creator on YouTube, that he bricked it or got his switch banned. I don't know if you consider it a brick or just a banned device, but to me, it's kind of a brick because you can't use it anymore. So
it's everything. It seems like Nintendo's forcing the all digital push, right? And there's all kinds of reasons for it. The obvious one is the greed, because they're trying to put businesses like GameStop out of business, stopping people from getting secondhand stuff. And so I would say it's a brick too, because if you get banned, you can't access your digital content, right? So That's tough, man. That's some crazy stuff. I didn't mean to cut you, but I'll cut you off. But yeah, keep going, man.
Yeah,
No. I'm curious of everybody's opinions. I mean, Lee, what do
yeah.
you think about this whole ordeal?
You know, I would say it's brick because from what I understood from the video, it's like he could use his account on other switches. And it didn't seem like there was really any problem. So it doesn't seem like his account was banned, but definitely his Switch 2 was bricked. Like it just
Mm-hmm.
won't play stuff anymore. And not only that,
Yep.
like he can't get his account off of the Switch 2 now. It's permanently like, embedded onto the device.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
you can't resell it. It's useless. It's just a heavy paperweight now.
Yeah.
Will they keep it that way? I don't know. But obviously Nintendo's been on this, rage to take out all of the pirating and piracy that they have with their units, and I think it's a little aggressive. Like, I mean, I know back in the day, like I'm sure a lot of us did. We were touring to music or something, and like your IPS company came out. It's like, hey, don't do that, and you're like, oh, okay, my bad.
Mhm.
Uh, I think Nintendo should have like something the same things, just like that you should get a message or email or something, or to your account or something. It's like, hey, don't do this. Like, we're giving you a warning. Like it's a $500 unit. Like
Right.
throw out one warning. One is fine. Like throw out one
Yeah,
warning. Like
yeah.
you could be a parent and your kid could see this thing on YouTube and be like, oh man, I can play any game I want. And he tries to put a pirated game into his unit and then it's brick. Like you didn't know that as a parent that was happening. And now you gotta go out and you gotta go fork out another $500 for a unit. Like give a warning.
That is crazy. I didn't think about it in that aspect, right? Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, it's more than possible, right? These kids have access to a lot now, and
Mm-hmm.
what about if your kid just took your Switch to school with him, right? And
Right.
popped another kid's MIG flash, not knowing, like, hey, all he knows is that the MIG flash on his friend's OLED Switch was giving him 20 game ROMs on there, and he's like,
Right.
yo, I want to try that. He pops it in here, all of a sudden, now your kid's back home, and hey, dad, the Switch isn't working, or hey, mom, the Switch isn't working.
Right.
So I think, yeah, I agree. Like at least some sort of warning or something like
Yeah.
that would be nice. I'm
Yeah, like one warning, like, hey, just Nintendo should come out and just like, hey, just don't do this. And if you do it again, then brick the unit. Like, okay, you understand now. You messed up. But like coming out right out of the gate, just bricking.
So I'm also in the belief that, like, because I was literally maybe 3 or 4 days ago considering to pick up the MIG Flash, and for me, all it was is that I won't pretend, right, like that I don't do certain things, but I mean, not even as far as on the naughty side, right? Like on the regular aspect of things, it's like I keep a lot of physical cartridges, right?
Yeah.
And I don't always want to carry 5 or 6 or 10 cartridges around with me. If
Right.
it's my own cartridge and I'm flashing it over to be able to have all of them on the MIG flash, like that should be totally legal. Like there shouldn't be any issue with that. Like I
Right.
know that the cartridges have like their own unique IDs or something like that, right? So
Right.
if it's using a unique ID to a cartridge, like give us some sort of ground rules, right? Like, oh, well, you have to use the physical cartridge first to verify that you have the physical cartridge, or you have to at least present the physical cartridge into the console every 6 months or 3 months or something like that. But you can continue to use your MIG flash as long as it's a cartridge that you have, because we're literally backing up our own games. That shouldn't be an issue. Um,
I mean, there's a lot of ways that they could go about this, right? They already have the Nintendo Switch app. Like, they have an app. Throw a goddamn QR code inside of every one of the Switch cases. It's not like there's anything in there. It's just plastic, and then the Switch. You don't get like the cool guides and manuals and everything like that anymore. So just put in a QR code, you scan it with your Nintendo app, and then you register it to an account. And if it ever shows up on another account, then you just ban that cartridge. Like, just give us the ability to register our own physical cartridges, and then we can do whatever we want with them as long as it's linked to that account. Like,
yeah, yeah. Like, oh, maybe you have to unlink it before you sell it or something
yeah,
like that. Like,
yeah,
Maybe something like that, dude. I mean, I know it's not the optimal solution, but I
Yeah.
think it's still at least something, right? Because I would just like to have all of my carts on one cart that I could carry with me instead of carrying multiple carts. Like
Yeah, I
that.
think
That's it.
Matt had a story about that.
I think well, I'll tell you that story in a second.
Yeah.
Great story. So, a couple years ago, we're at a wedding, and my youngest got bit by a spider or a fire ant. Sorry, and we found out he's allergic to fire ant bites because we had to take him to the emergency room. So he's at the emergency room, and then we knew we were going to be there for a while. So I took my oldest home, grabbed my youngest Switch, grabbed my wife a sandwich, grabbed my son's all his games and his power cord, brought it back to the hospital, gave my son a Switch, gave my wife the sandwich. She was done eating. Anxiety, your baby gets is in the ER, stuff like that. She threw the bag of garbage away. Well, the bag of garbage had a case full of like 30 Switch games and a power cord. So yeah, after that, we went all digital because it was a ton there. Um, I think, and I don't know if it can be done. There has to be some kind of oversight as to what Nintendo's doing because it's almost. I'm looking at it. I can't help it. I love Nintendo. I'm a fanboy, but I think it's just all driven by greed. And I think there's so, and we talked about this the other day. So if Bob goes and buys a Switch game and dumps it, use the mixed Switch to dump it
Bob Wolf?
and trade.
No, I'm
No,
just
okay.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I was just playing.
If
Any
Earl
Bob.
goes and buys a Switch game, I hope there's nobody named Earl, and dumps it and then takes and trades it into local video game store or a
Right.
national chain or whatever. And then poor Lee goes and buys that game at that store because it's a good price, takes it home and pops it in. Nintendo flags it, bans Lee's account. That's a problem. You know what I mean? For them. And then like Lee said, there's no warning, there's nothing. It just happens.
Yep.
You know, I just dump $500 into this device plus the cost of that game. Plus, if you're like us and you have multiple devices, $80 a year for the Switch Online, and you're just kicking me in the sack saying, "Nah, get out of here. You got to go buy another." Plus all the other digital games that I've purchased. Like I said, because my kids are my spoiled brats, so they we had to replace pretty much most of those games that we lost the cartridges for. So to me, that's too much. That's too far. There's
it's a
got to
big
be, and
investment.
I don't think it can be. That there's got to be some kind of oversight. I don't think they should be able to just go ahead and blindly say, "Nah, you're done." You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's stuff like to Too Loud's point. It could not even be that nefarious like that. He's got a bunch of games he don't want to carry them around. He should have a right to back them up and play them.
Right.
Or if you're not going to allow people to do that, then when you buy a physical game, there should be a QR code in there that lets you down the digital copy as well. You've already paid for it once. You shouldn't have to pay for it 3 and 4 times.
Sure.
So I think even with the scattered brain situation, it's like if I recall correctly, he said that he didn't have any other games on the MIG Flash besides the ones that he actually owned and backed up himself. So it's not a situation.
He showed a picture of his entire collection of all the games.
Yeah. So it's not a situation of him being naughty, right? Like it's literally him backing up his own physical media that he purchased, right? So
that's too much. I think that situation is too much for Nintendo. I think they shouldn't be allowed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way we can stop it, but it's too far.
And I salute him because he went out the next day and went and bought another Switch immediately. And I mean, I don't know if I would have got burnt like that and felt like, yeah, I'm gonna go give you Nintendo another $500. Like
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. That's too much. That's too far.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. I mean, it's difficult, and I think I don't know if they allow you to contact into like Nintendo Switch's customer support, and maybe they can unbrick it. I don't know if that's even an option because I don't quite know what happens because in the old Switches they have a fuse system, and when you update to a certain firmware, it pops fuses into the unit, so you can't go backwards in firmware. So if the Switch 2 has Switch 2 has some kind of system in it that just like starts blowing fuses when your Switch 2 bricks, then like even calling into support won't fix it. They're gonna be like, yeah, it's a hardware thing. We can't reverse it. So I mean, I'm not sure how the bricking happens. I'm not sure if anyone's even taken it apart to figure it out. I mean, it's such a new unit, everything's just kind of mysterious right now, right? So
and if that's the case, what you're saying, for me, that's even worse. So, we made a mistake and we bricked your system, and there's nothing we can do about it. Tough luck. That's rough, man.
It could happen. Yeah, I
mean, I think eventually, and I kind of got my fingers crossed on this actually. Like, hopefully, we see some sort of class action lawsuit or something. Especially if people start to get like, because kind of somebody needs to calm Nintendo down. Somebody needs to get Nintendo to realize, like, hey, we have laws in place that allow us to back up our own media, like, and our law, your company's rules don't supersede our law, right? Like, maybe you guys
you're gonna operate in this country, you gotta follow those guidelines.
Yes, and so I think because it's really important, right? Like, we need to remain vigilant in being able to back up our media because it's ours. We paid for it, right?
I mean,
all of this, like,
I'm all for
we're
it.
just renting a license thing is kind of bullcrap.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most games say that you don't even own the game anymore, like the user agreements and stuff. So, like, you don't even own it anymore.
Well, that started all that I think that all kind of started with, like, the rise of the live service games, right?
Right.
Like, so, but I think, like, especially in games that are not live service, like, I could understand that with live service, right? Because they have to protect themselves, right? Like, if the game goes offline one day and they take it off their servers,
they're all going digital now.
You can't. Yeah. I think if it's a live service game and it's running on their servers, right? Like, yeah, of course we don't own it, right? But if it's a game like a Mario or a Donkey Kong or a Crash or just anything, a single player game that is capable of being played offline, we own that, right? Like,
Mario.
That's the Wish.com.
Mario.
No,
it's not
Mario.
Mario.
I'm all for the class action lawsuit and everything, but will it make a difference? I don't know. I mean, I think that there was a big old lawsuit about the stick drift on the OG Switch, and I don't think that ever came to anything really. Nintendo's just such a huge company, and they literally they got a factory of lawyers. Like,
no, I think the only thing that came out of the joystick drifting is that even out of warranty, they'll cover repairs. They'll repair it for you, even out of warranty. So at least there was some acknowledgement on their side. Like, hey, okay, we messed up. We'll repair it for you at no cost to you. So, I mean, which still sucks, right? Because you're gonna end up without your Switch for 2 to 3 weeks, right? Having to send it into them.
Private chat, too loud.
Yep. Okay. So
hey, what's going on?
Oh
my God!
No,
you got revealed.
Oh no!
Oh man,
that was the best ever, man.
So you guys.
oh my gosh, that was the best
ever.
Okay.
So let's get him out of here. Let's make sure that doesn't happen again, guys. We can't afford for that to be continued here.
Oh my god,
you guys. So we didn't see that. All right,
that was great.
All right, that was good. That was
the
really
best cameo ever.
Yes,
thank you for popping by, sir. That didn't really pop by. And that was so good, dude.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
That made my day, man.
It did.
So what was the I think the funniest part of that is I had no idea it was happening, and it was just like, yo, hold on.
I read the name and I was like, that doesn't seem right.
Man.
That's so good. So good, man.
That was really good. It was hilarious.
You want to stick with the form we got, or can I sidetrack us and show us something amazing, or what?
Really, just you could sidetrack us, and then I want to get into our question of the day or of the week, and it's what clamshell? What's your favorite clamshell of the year of the clamshells? So Let's we could knock that out first, or we could go ahead into whatever you wanted to show us really quick. And
man, I don't know what my favorite. Ooh, you guys go first.
Yeah, let him show off his fancy thing that he's got over here, because I
mine
gave
is
him some
super
time to
easy.
stew. Yeah.
I mean, it's just something that's amazing. No, something that's amazing. I mean, I'll show it to you.
I just got a message from our producer asking me about that that guest.
That was the great one. The great one. His secret's been revealed.
I think even our producers didn't know what was happening right there. But
there was straight up shock on everyone there.
Oh my gosh. Let's do this.
Oh, okay. Vader 5.
Look at that. FlyDigi Apex. That's the Apex 5.
Man.
Okay.
Oh, an Evangelion limited edition. Look at this.
It's gorgeous.
It's got a Suka theme.
Gosh.
It's gorgeous. It has some little covers there. I don't know what they are.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what those are. I wonder if those are caps for the triggers for the bumpers. They look like bumper caps to me.
Possible, yeah.
I don't know. They look like
sure. It could be the back ones too, because it's got 2 back triggers back there.
Oh my gosh! Look at this case.
Or
the charger.
They could be nipple covers. I mean, no, I don't know.
Maybe possibly. I don't know anything about Evangelion, but it just looks insane. I'm assuming this is like maybe the percentage of charge or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is a
0 2.
It has this here.
No idea.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much there.
I mean, 02 is Asuka's number in Evangelion, so that's probably what they're trying to initiate there. Is that she's
you know what we need to do? We need to get Clef on here so he could talk about this. Nobody knows this stuff better than Clef does. We got to get him.
Yeah, we will have him on here at some point. Game Tech Talks will make a cameo here at some point. We got somebody in the comments right now saying something to Matt, and I don't know if I want to read that on air. But but yeah, the Apex is a nice controller. It's really nice.
It's got a hefty
price point is a little bit crazy.
Yeah. It's got a hefty price.
That's for the Evangelion. They have the regular classic 5, which just looks so good. I mean, it's
but it doesn't come with the charger, right? So you got to buy the charger separately.
Right, so it's $20 you can get it with the chargers. For $20, you get it for $189 with the charger. This thing, and there's a video out there, and maybe we'll put it in the links. But it's these sticks are insane. The pivot on these sticks. We were watching the video last week.
I have.
But I'm not. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I don't know what kind of crazy wizardry they're using there. But
it looks insane.
Yeah,
and I think
crazy.
Tula figured out that it's got 2 separate gyros for each side of the controller or something nuts like that. We were talking about.
Well, what's it now? I'm sorry, I was
that the controller had 2 separate gyros in it.
Yeah, it does. Actually, this controller is it's supposed to be one of the best controllers coming out this year. Like it's supposed to have a lot of nice features. I haven't got a chance to mess with it. There's very limited information on this controller right now. So hopefully we can get one in soon and just get some testing in on it, because I would really love to play some games with this controller.
Man. So I think everyone's going to pick it up. I think us 3 are going to pick it up. Not sure what version everyone will pick up. I'll probably pick up the Evangelion one just because it looks really good. Like it looks amazing.
But they have those 2 other limited editions they're not announcing the next
month.
I think I might wait to see them.
But see, the thing about waiting is this might go out of stock, and then if you didn't like them, you can't come back.
Yeah, that's the thing about waiting for sure. Especially on the regular one, it'll be around. But the limited editions, you wait, you snooze, you lose. So if you like it, pull the trigger, and if you don't, then just wait around.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yep, that's a super cool controller. Look forward to trying that out. And now I want to reveal my favorite clamshell of the year of the clamshell. And so
I know what it is.
Do you think you know what it is?
I know what it is.
I don't know if you do. Take a guess. Let's see.
No, I don't want to take a guess because I don't want to be right. And then everyone's like, "Oh man,
I know
you
what
just
it
stole
is.
his thunder."
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Easy.
Man.
It was easy.
Yeah.
It was easy.
Of course.
Yeah.
It was easy.
I love it.
I do.
I love it.
I do.
I do. I love it. I can't. I mean, come on, dude. Snapdragon 865, Android 14. I could literally do all kind of stuff on here. The screen is gorgeous, AMOLED, still pocketable. It is quite big. I mean, but as you guys saw with the RG slide, it's probably the same size. So if you can carry an RG slide, I don't see why you can't carry this. I really, I call this my Switch flip. This is my Switch flip here, and I play all my backed up games on here, and it's not bannable by the ninjas. So pretty cool. I enjoy it. I have a good time. I also love Android games, and also too, me, I'm a little different than everybody. I love both sticks up top. So I know, I'm weird, but it's okay. It's my thing. It's for me.
Yeah, I have one coming in that I picked up from Matt over here, and just waiting for it to come in so I can get some test runs in it, get some trials. Hopefully, it is as great as you say it is. I did like the PowKitty X18S, so might like it too. In terms of clamshells that I have right now, that I can say that I like right now, none of them.
I just want to say, Mr. Alberto, I can't acknowledge any of your comments on stream. Unfortunately, you tend to be a little derogatory, and I acknowledge your existence, but I will not acknowledge your comments.
Oh my god!
Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching.
Welcome, Michael.
If I had to choose one, it would have to be the 35XX.
Mm-hmm. I have a clamshell.
You have a clamshell.
What's your favorite?
It's the most versatile clamshell. My favorite clamshell right now is this. This is a
oh
Surface,
my gosh!
Microsoft Surface Go
Surface
2.
Pro.
They got the keyboard built into it. Right? It's got this nice little touchpad, touch screen. You can do all your touchscreen gaming. The controls are inside of the keyboard. You push WASD. It's just like a D-pad.
No, that's like revolutionary.
Wow.
Did you make that yourself? Did you make that yourself?
Mind blown. Like,
wait, is that the one that you can do all the way up to Super Nintendo with, right?
I think it can go further. I think it can go to GBA.
Welcome, Mr. Michael. Nice of you to join us. You caught us right on time for the year of the Clamshell.
I'm usually good for lunch. Unfortunately, this time I was responsible for dinner. We're still taking so if I start to smell smoke, I'm gonna have to leave.
So what do we have for dinner? Retro lunch may become Mr. Retro dinner.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I mean, good to have you here. We're always excited when you show up. Too many things happening today. It's great. But yeah, clamshells. I gotta say 35XX V90. I mean, there was really nothing wrong with the V90 other than it's severely underpowered. At least for this stage now. It's definitely severely underpowered. But we got the new PowKitty V90 coming out now, so excited to check that one out. But yeah, I haven't gotten to test out the Flip 2, so I can't say much about it. I know that Matt tried it. What do you think of the Flip 2? We know Too Loud has some weird ideas on handhelds.
Listen, I'm not scared to say this. I will burn your house down. I will do it. Like
your problem is you just said that recorded. That's on the internet now.
That's why I said I'm not even scared. I will gladly sit there and wait for them to show up afterward. I'll say he shouldn't have said it. He shouldn't have said it. I gave him a warning. No, let me take that back. If his house does catch fire, I had nothing to do with that. I'm totally across.
Wasn't he just doing some electrical work recently?
Allegedly,
yeah.
allegedly.
I have about 200 ion lithium batteries just in my closet alone. If one of them becomes a spicy pillow, the other one will probably set them all off.
Hey, that's scary. When you think about collecting devices, you don't think about the amount of batteries you are also collecting.
Tons of batteries. Yeah. One of them becomes a spicy pillow, it sets off. All the other ones are most likely going off also.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So Matt, what is your favorite clamshell this year so far?
So far,
I kind of stole the spotlight with the house fire, so I would like to revisit.
No. So I really like the V90S so far. I really like it. I have some small issues with it. Well, let me start. So the Flip 2, it's got 3.566 in it, right? So it should be optimally the absolute best setup here. And it's not what you think about the hinge stuff, because the hinge is cool. I don't have a problem with it. It works well. Man, this D-pad is just so narrow, and it just doesn't feel good to me. It's just so narrow. And I know a lot of people love these buttons, and they work for this device, but they're so shallow to me, and it just feels like, I don't know. It's tough for me. So
I will say really quick while you have that out. Honestly, I think the Flip 2 is cheating when it comes to like what's your favorite clamshell, because it's the most powerful clamshell we have beside like the Flip DS Ayaneo x86 device. But as far as like a traditional clamshell, I will say the Miyu Flip is my favorite traditional clamshell. And I know we've talked about this before, is about how narrow the D-pad is. I love the buttons on the Miyu. Like, I genuinely love them. It's a silent.
On the hands.
I mean, but I guess I have to go with something from RH, where they said you have to pre-slide the RG slide. With the Miyu Flip, you have to pre-open it before coming to the bedroom, because the hinge is not quiet, loud. Right? The buttons are quiet, but the hinge is not. So
you hear that?
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like that sounds like my old bones, so I might get away with it.
I'm gonna the 3.5XX SP has the best for me, has the best feeling D-pad and the best buttons. And you can do now on the Rocknix. You guys know how much I love Rocknix, and the new build of Newly is insane. How good it is, the Newly Gladiator.
Not only that,
but I'm gonna go with the 3.4XX.
They got the prints,
the grips
where you can sign. No, the prints in the 3.5XX.
Oh yeah,
under the membranes, and it quiets it even more.
Yep. I'm gonna go with 3.4XX for one reason, and you guys already know. And Michael just joined in, and he knows why. It's the aspect ratio. The aspect ratio is perfect for me on this one.
It's not even true aspect ratio.
Yes, it is. Stop it. I don't even care about that. If I could play 3x2 games in it, I'm traditionally 4x3. In the last couple of months, I've just been obsessed with 3x2 aspect ratio.
Is there a screen? Is there some screen behind that fascia?
Yeah, at the top of the bezel, there's a little bit of screen.
Yeah, there's a screen there. And
then I'm making a big deal out of nothing, dude.
Yeah. So people went nuts, and then they proved it was actually 3x2, and it's just got a glass. But I mean, this thing does have this Xeon H700 with 2 gigs of RAM in it, so you could do Portmaster. So the sticks do kind of make sense. I'm not going to play Portmaster on this. If I'm going to play Portmaster, you guys know already it's going to be on my Powkitty RGB 10 Max 3, because despite what Too Loud says, that's the best Powkitty device. It's not.
I mean, that's a dedicated handheld for GBA. You could, in theory, play other games on it, but
I don't.
Why you could do that on other better devices?
Yeah,
I don't. So
the only
I'm playing Gratis Galaxies on this. It's dope. It's dope.
The only person I sympathize for is this person who bought that, and it's their only handheld.
Yeah.
Because then all your 4x3 stuff starts to just be a little bit less special than it could be. But
we're talking clamshells and one and done. I'm torn between the 3.5 and the V90. And 3.5 is gonna win because
if we're talking one and done, it's definitely the flip
Retro,
2,
yeah.
man. It's
maybe.
You're
right.
One and done, like that's
right.
this.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, it loses a little bit in pocketability because I will pocket it, and that is my everyday carry. But that's also because I'm crazy. Like normal people wouldn't do that. Well, I would actually go say, all of you are wrong. Lee, you're okay for now.
Okay.
All of you are wrong. To me, the everyday carry, hinge issues aside, which I sympathize with, it is the Miyu Flip V2. And the reason why is, and again, Matt, you can put this, like the PowKitty V90S and the RG35XX, the old Anbernic clamshell. Those are basically clones of each other, same size, right?
They are
almost the same thickness.
I mean, they are no, they're not almost. They're it's
and on those, the bulge was too much. The bulge in the pocket because of the thickness and because the size was too much. Now, what the Miyu's got is that's a 4x3, so a lot of systems play. But because they hid the bezel behind the plastic behind the screen, the profile of it is smaller and it's thinner. And so, like, even though if you look at them, it doesn't seem like much, in the pocket actually makes a big difference.
It does.
And I mentioned that, and I think I've mentioned it to you guys privately. I guess I'll do it here. Like, my main use for these handhelds, like, well, it's two. Number one, I will not give my kids my phone when we're out and about. I just won't.
Right.
So I need a pocketable handheld, which is like, you get to play old games. And so the more pocketable and more reasonable the device is, like I said, for the Mute, those little millimeters, like those matter.
They do. It matters.
I mean, and the Miyu Flip has the strongest SoC out of all of them. So
yeah, it does.
Yeah. It's
so there's more potential to do more stuff with it. Like you can play this. Yeah.
I'd probably
I refuse to play Dreamcast or N64 without sticks. So it's got, of all of them, it's probably the best option. Or obviously the RP Flip 2.
It's nice to have versatility when you're out on the go. Like my kids actually like Crazy Taxi, so it's good that that's kind of a lightweight game that runs. But when I get into like, it's the most powerful, like, wait, do you spend more of your time preparing for games that you might play instead of actually playing them? Because I feel like whenever I'm copying all of my games over, it's got nothing to do with playing them. It's got everything to do with, I want to know that I might be able to.
Yeah. So it's not a clamshell, but in that case, especially for like kids, back to what we're saying, this X35H, I think, is a win there. That stock firmware is awful, but there's Gamma and Rocknix on this thing, and for the price point, this is a banger too.
I actually have an unpopular opinion on, since we're talking about children and best devices.
A stick.
What is the best device for a small child? When it
RGR.
comes to, no, dude. In my experience, it's personally been the TrimUI Smart.
The tiny one?
The tiny one, dude. That thing is a tank. It is an absolute tank. So you guys know how it is, right? Like we have dozens, if not more, of handhelds, and my toddler, he always sees me with handhelds, and he always comes up, Daddy, I want game, right? And I don't want to give him something potentially that I would have to rebuy that's pretty expensive or not. Just maybe sometimes it's just harder to get. It could be not expensive, but the wait time or something like that could take place. And for him, I gave him the TrimUI Smart, and this kid helicopters it and spins it around and throws it and bangs it against the wall. And it just keeps going. It literally just keeps going. Like, so.
What I love about that one too is that you can ruggedize your handhelds by getting like a metal, a Pixel 2, something like that. They're going to hurt themselves. They're going to throw it through a window, right? At least this thing is rugged, but still plastic, so they will cause damage, but they won't cause that much damage.
Yeah, not as much.
Are they readily buyable still? I don't know.
I think they are on AliExpress for sure.
You can get them.
I also think Go Game Geek still has them. Still has.
Go Geek has them too. Yep.
So
and they have them in the US warehouse.
And I will say they kind of sneaked in a black one, and I love that one, dude. Like that thing, I really like how the black one looks.
Yeah, I would be on there with the TrimUI Smart. I think the candy bar style is probably the best for kids. Definitely don't go clamshell, because my kid, he loves pulling things in the other direction. So don't go that way. I cut off Michael. What were you saying?
Oh, I said many GI Joes were lost with the game of just how far can I send this.
Yeah, man.
For the TrimUI, I heard earlier somebody talking mess about MinUI. Think about the TrimUI Smart. It's the best custom firmware for
very
that.
True.
Right? The
very
stock
true.
firmware
It
is
works
not bad.
really good.
The one thing I would say, and I'm recognizing with my kids, like, look, you and I, we know this because how could you not know it? Which games are on which system? My kids don't know the difference between Nintendo, Super Nintendo. So they're not going to go navigate through the games. Say, Dad, which one has the Mario Kart? Well, which Mario Kart? The one that I like. So yes, MinUI, yes, but also you have to do that weird thing where you set up a collections view. So it's like, here's the Mario games. Stop asking me where the Mario games are. I don't want to have to send you down the rabbit hole of like the.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, true.
Really
very, very true. I mean, I guess it's just based on what these handhelds are being used for. If it's personal use or kids use, I mean, you're going to choose a custom firmware based on what that user experience that you need, right? So I mean, there's a flavor for everything, right?
I agree.
Well, the least stuff in the operating system for them to break, the better, right? So
true.
I can't get behind that. So now let's segue into what's our next topic here, Matt? What do you have backed up for us there?
Let's talk about the RG Slide, man. This thing's going up for sale tomorrow.
Actually, 11 hours.
In 11 hours, man.
Survive. 10 hours and 14 minutes. My bad.
So this thing,
I'm getting black.
I'm excited, man. Oh yeah, black all day. I don't know if that white one can handle. I think I would ruin that white one, but the black one.
Yeah.
Look at that. That thing looks so slick, and I'm.
The thing I like about the black is like that the screen kind of blends into it, so it seems like the screen is it looks better on the black. The white, it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Alberto, no, these are Oakley sunglasses. It's very bright in this house, in the studio.
Super bright.
Very, very bright. I have sensitive eye. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, these are the Vitcher XR glasses. I decided to wear them. I'm actually looking at the stream inside of here. I'm not looking at anything back this way. So it is really cool, actually. I will say, I was going to touch on it later, but I guess I can now. I'm really enjoying using these in here.
Like, that's awesome.
It's so good. Like I'm literally watching you guys. I can face the camera. I don't have to look down at the screen, then look back up at the camera, look down at the screen, look at the like I can look at the camera through the screen, which is phenomenal.
That is awesome.
So it is a really pleasurable experience for me right now. I'm really enjoying it, and yeah, Vitcher's pretty cool product. So yeah, I will use, and also I'll plug these into my RG Slide. So that would be cool. So what are you guys thinking? I know everybody here is on the train, right? Like everybody's on the oh man,
we're all getting it. Yeah, we're all getting it. I think it's I think the price is a little too high for what it is. But,
it's a lot of too high. It's a lot.
It is what it is. We don't get to control that, so we're just gonna have to fork up the money, which is kind of sad. But T820, I think it was just a little too high. I would have probably been like, okay, at like 160.
I agree
for it.
I agree 100%
with the T820.
It's novel. It's a novel form factor.
Exactly.
For the people who are into it, go ahead. I'm looking at it from the perspective of I cannot do it day one because again, novel form factor, but you got a bunch of other stuff that does the exact same thing. Like just apples to apples, even for the amount of dollars. That versus Flip 2.
Yep, very true.
And so it serves a little bit less of a utility.
Yeah, some corruption.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is like the slide aspect. How long will that run before it starts burning out? I mean, it is a part, so obviously it's going to get wear and tear.
What about it being top heavy?
Yeah, that could be a possibility also. the triggers on the back, I'm hoping that they made it up in enough gap to where you could get your fingers back there and actually play comfortably. Some reason I feel like, because sometimes I switch between my index and my middle when I'm playing handhelds, depending on like the size. Sometimes I'll have my fingers on the side.
Weird.
And have the triggers in the back. So it doesn't seem like I'm gonna have a lot of ability to choose how my fingers sit on this device. It looks like it's just going to be set one way, and there's no other way to play this device. The sticks being in the middle, right there, it might work.
I don't want to poo-poo nothing because I love everything. But question for you guys: where is the nostalgia? Did anybody here have or own a PSP Go in the day? Because that feels to me like that's what they're aping.
So it reminds me of the Sidekick.
It's a phone. I think does have to do that weird, like the screen kind of flips up in this direction. So you give me that handheld.
Yeah.
And I'll laugh at that too, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I have a PSP Go, and does it resemble it? Yeah, I mean, in the form factor and the front. Other than that, no, they're not the same at all. Sony did wonders making a device so small and so pocketable, be able to play games. Like it's crazy what they pulled off for that little unit.
So
yes,
I want to touch on something. Corruption says that the RG slide is mid and that it's just too bulky.
I think it's probably gonna be the same size as the Flip 2, really. So I mean, most people don't have
they compared it. There's RH did the comparison. Most of the content creators.
I will say, right,
first thing is compare them. They're the same physical size.
Yeah. So most people don't have problems with the Flip 2. So I don't see any problems with this device either. People are gonna lug this thing around. It doesn't matter. I know size is a thing when it comes to handhelds. A lot of people talk about it as a pocketable and things like that. This is not your pocketable guy. Like if you want a pocketable, get a Miu Mini Plus, Pal Kitty, P90S or like a Clamshell or something, I guess. I mean, it's probably as thick as a Clamshell when it's closed up. So people will find a way to run around with this thing. I mean, if our community is like what they say, then there's people running around out there with RG Allies, Steam Decks, and Legion Goes. I really doubt they're going to complain about the size of this guy.
Yeah, I think it's chunky. There's no getting around that, right? Like it's a chunky boy, and
they need to cool it off, so it had to have active cooling.
I don't mind it, bro. Like honestly, I really don't. I think it's really cool form factor. We haven't had anything like this yet. I support with this device and me purchasing this device is more so like me supporting Anbernic innovation, like deciding to do something different. Not saying like they invented this because of course they didn't, but they brought it back, right? To whereas like what other company was going to do this? Who else has done this? Nobody. So I support them doing that. And with that support, I will give them my money. So
I was happy to see that too, because you started to see this trend again. They have these form factors, and this form factors people demand. So as soon as you had the 557, it was like, oh, here's the version for the 556. Boy, I wonder when they're going to do the 407, and the such and such. And so it's
Anbernic gets stuck in a groove, right? So they have the H700 and it came in literally every form factor. So I mean, obviously we got the Anbernic RG slide. We're gonna have the flip, the kick, the hit, the hilt, the slip. I mean,
there's a form factor they missed. I think they totally missed a ball in this form factor.
Yeah,
tell me because I'm curious what else they're gonna do.
Well, they're not gonna do it. I think that's the thing, and they've said they don't know their name. One of my favorite little ones, because you can do Portmaster on it and it's adorable because it's like this big. The 28XX, right? The buttons were too small. The D-pad was too small. That thing should have been, or there should have been a vertical variant of it. And now you've got your Miu Mini compete.
I mean, true. Yeah. It's hard to know.
They don't have a mini vertical. That's a good point.
Well, they had with Nano, but the Nano was no.
Don't they have that? What is it? The 35 XX. They had the 2024 variant and the 2025 variant, or
Still too big.
2023.
That's the point.
Yeah, the 3.5 inch. Those are 3.5 inch.
I can fit a handheld in my pocket, but I can't.
RG Nano.
But I can't fit a. Yeah, it's terrible. Like the detail. So you can fit a handheld in your pocket, but you can't fit a handheld in your pocket and your keys.
Right? You know, I just thought something about something really niche that I think like us who like to collect and just have handhelds that can do different things would probably like. I'm not really sure, but I like micro and mini handhelds. If they had taken the 28XX and just gave it a vertical screen with the buttons all the way at the bottom, so I could literally just play shoot 'em ups. Like that's all I want. Like.
Just like the mini zero, or whatever it's the mini the 040, whatever that thing is.
Yeah, but it just has the buttons at the bottom. Like it's still super skinny candy bar. Like, bro, that would be really cool. I would buy that. I'd buy that.
They have to get a screen that supports it, but
I'm gonna leave you guys a little early. I hope you guys have a great rest of the podcast. It's been fun.
I've only got 5 minutes left too, because I think dinner's running.
Yeah,
later, brother.
Yeah, all right. It's been great. Thank you, everybody who has been watching, and we'll see you next Thursday.
With some time that I've left, I want to request a topic transition.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Topic transition dance.
Yeah, let's
did you guys already did you guys already hit the 477?
We have not. We have not hit the 477. We have not. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because that's
gonna be heavy. Like you talked about the brick. I'm excited about the brick hammer. I'm interested in the brick hammer. I've already got 2 bricks, so I don't know if I can justify it, but that thing sounds fascinating. And the problem for me is that with my old eyes, and I've told you guys before, probably like HD does nothing for me because my eyes are SD. So I need a big, give me the big old screen. I need to play GBA on an 8-inch screen because that's what it takes for me to.
It's a funny reference. My eyes are SD. Yeah.
4K, 1080p. I don't. It's got nothing for me.
There's something you're missing there with your old eyes and being able to see stuff. You just got to get a better handheld. There's something you guys.
That's your solution to every problem. That's why you have so many handhelds. No, I hit my foot. Time to get a handheld.
This one's new.
Your dinner just got burnt. Time to get a handheld.
This one's new. Don't
judge me. There's be about too many handhelds. Time to get a handheld.
It might fit you. This is a new device that I recommend everybody should consider. It's made by a company called
We're gonna move over to just looking at the cinematic of this 477M and
oh my gosh.
So, yep.
I will say I'm glad they took a break. I'm glad we didn't get a 406M, right? Because you don't want to be on that train where it's an annual thing. It's got to feel special. I had the 405M for like a hot minute, and it was between the inline triggers, which made it nice and pocketable, but it was heavy.
I wanted to love it. I did. I really tried. I tried to love it because the metal shell is phenomenal. Like, even the face buttons were really good. The joysticks weren't bad. My thing, the triggers, which I even got past that. I 3D printed stacked triggers, right? But my thing that I just couldn't get past was the PPI in the display and not being able to read text good in games. That killed it for me because other than that, I really did like the device. And for what was that, a T610 for the chip? T618. Dude, I was playing GameCube on there, PlayStation 2, like it was a solid handheld, and it could have really been my PlayStation handheld, but it was just that screen. That screen killed it for me. So I am looking forward to this 477M. I really like the aesthetic with the screen going all the way to the top, even if it does have a little chin down there. That doesn't bother me. Hey, I want to say that now, to manufacturers, like if you have to put a chin or a bezel, give it to us on the bottom. It does not look as bad just being a chin.
I'll give you another option. If you want it to be even, they're going to have empty space and they're going to make it artificially tall just for the sake of some symmetry, and what's the point? You lost a bunch of efficiency on the handheld. So I get it. It probably needs to be that way for a reason.
But I mean, even if it's just chin, right? Even if it's just chin, like you can squeeze in start and select buttons on that chin or things like that. Give us like maybe on the next iteration of that, right? Like keep the chin, put your other face buttons down there, your start, select, your home, and your back. And then where those buttons are position orientated now, we could get some front firing speakers. Hey, that would be cool. But it does look really good.
I'm not a big fan of buttons on the chin, and there are probably exceptions to this, and probably handhelds I'm not thinking of. But I go back to the Powkitty RGB 10 Max 3 Pro. 3 Pro, yes, sorry. Pro.
Yep. Oh, I didn't.
It's all the memory is paging in about
They're all on the chin. All three of the buttons right across the bottom of the chin in the middle there.
The aesthetics of that one were bad. This one, this one looks significantly better. That put me off of buttons on the chin as just feeling very aesthetically bad. But I like this. The colors are decent. You know, what I missed from Anbernic is I wasn't around in the emulation scene at the time, but I look back at the time of the 280M. The colors on that were wild, right? You had like that beachy blue and pink one right out of Miami Vice. Like, you know, Retroid did it a little bit with the metal version of the 3 Plus, but you really don't see wild colors, especially in metal handhelds. They probably can't take the risk.
I honestly, I like wild colors, but I honestly I really like this bronze. Like,
it's gorgeous, man. It's so unique and really so good. I love it, man.
Dude, I just
the whole feel of it.
Don't pull that out of your pocket near a cop, though. They're gonna think it's a gun.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, if that happens, right? Hopefully they don't take me out, right? But if they don't, I'm gonna sue the crap out of them, and they're gonna buy me so many handhelds. Like, I might be willing to do. I might actually take this handheld and just go around all the cops and every day just pull it, like, you know, just hoping for the day that I catch a rookie, like, just.
Oh my gosh!
Victim of abuse, get a handheld.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this. 4.7-inch screen. I think that's looking like, you know, a lot. We're seeing a lot of 4.5, 4.7-inch screens coming out this year. I love bigger screens.
There's not a lot of them out there. Like, I'm glad they're coming out, but there's not a whole lot that are on the market.
Yeah.
And I want to know
the slide. The slide's going to use that screen tomorrow.
True.
That's the same screen slide. It's a gorgeous screen, 4:3. The resolution is high.
So is it using the same panel as the slide? Is that confirmed?
Yep, we don't actually know, but it's the same dimension. I mean,
not confirmed, but that's speculated.
Confirmed, but you would assume that if they're using shelves that somebody found, right?
That would be nice because that thing has 120 hertz panel. So I would really be down for that.
So let's hope that that's it.
You think they would advertise it that way if they could, though?
Well, let's see. I mean, this is off their Discord, so let's see what happens, or the official chat room. I'm excited about the 8300. I think it got a bad rap with the 557, so I hope this gives them enough time to cook this thing and we get some good information. And for the 4:3 aspect ratio with the 8300, the performance that we've seen on the 8300 with like PS2 and GameCube has been incredible. So I'm down. I'm 100% down for this one. 100%.
Hey, Matt, side chat. So, I'm absolutely down for this too. It looks really, really good. I from the image, I don't get the impression that it's going to have stacked shoulders. It looks like they're inline. I'm hoping it does have stacked though. That would be really nice. I'm just happy that I thought the medals were over. I did. I honestly, I think I said this to some of you guys maybe a month or two ago, and I was not excited about it. It was actually a bummer. It was like, oh man, dude, I really like the metal lineup. And I don't think we're gonna see them anymore. And then boom, this thing pops up. And
that's because metal in Shenzhen is like the McRib. You know, it comes in waves.
Oh my gosh. And you say that, and then the 5, not what you're saying about the being over. And now we got the brick hammer, which I didn't even know about till Lee pointed it out today. And I'm like, oh, this looks so good. I gotta have it. You know, that. And now the 477, and then the release of the Pixel 2. I'm all about it, man. I'm thinking about going to get another Nano because I haven't had one in a while. I got rid of all my metals, so I don't know why, because I'm dumb.
Don't do it. Don't start that.
Go find me a 350.
Don't start that collection.
Too late. You guys know.
Finish your 3x2.
You guys don't know. I have the worst combination of FOMO and impulsiveness that you could find in this hobby. So I'm just like, ooh, I need that. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm excited about this one.
I will give you a test, and you can get whatever you want, but I'll just give you a test. Think about your handheld. Think about the one that you want to get, and then name the game you're going to play on it. So any 3x2, you can pick any arbitrary GBA game, but it's like just pick one and say that's the game I'm playing on the handheld. Yeah, but that's playing everything means what you're playing is the file copy dialogue, and I get it because I do it.
That's my answer.
Well, that is the first game. That is the first game I play on every device. To be fair, like it is literally the first game every device I gets played. So. But I would assume that this is going to be Android. So I would definitely be playing some Android games. I love some Android games. So of course there's that.
Are they good in 4x3? That's my hang up. Like I love these games. My kids play the crap out of Minecraft, and I get that. But like although it does convert, some of these games in Android, they're just better for the widescreen because they're kind of expecting a phone.
Yeah.
I do pretty much all my Android gaming on 16:9. So yeah, that's a good point. But
some of them scale. Some of them scale accordingly. Some of them don't. Some of them you end up with letterboxing or some kind of banners on the side.
Right, it's not the worst thing. It's not a reason not to get anything, and I don't like poo-pooing on anything. I just
and I don't think 4x3 when you play a 16:9 and it gets letterboxing on it, it still doesn't look bad. It's not huge letterboxing. You know what I mean? It's very minimal. It's so small across the top and the bottom, so it doesn't bother me. I would probably use this device honestly, like how I wanted to use the 405M, and that's for PlayStation 2.
I gotta drop, guys. Have a good time.
All right, Mike.
Have a good night, brother.
Yeah, 4x3 PlayStation 2. What's up, Danny?
What's up, corruption?
Yeah, so we got our boy Danny in here. Hey Danny, so we're talking about the 477 right now, and I know you love your metal handhelds. Like for a while, like that was all you wanted. You've kind of stepped out of that bubble a little bit now. You kind of like live on the edge of transparent and like very exotic handhelds now. But I'm pretty sure, just knowing you, this calls your name. So what is your opinion on the 477M? Give it to us.
All right, boys. I know very little about it. I heard it's the Dimensity 8300.
Yep.
Yep. I believe it is.
Yeah. And it's the 4.7-inch 4x3 aspect. I think it's like the 960p or something like that, right?
Yeah. He knows very little.
Well, dude. Yeah. It's my journey has been quite fun, as you guys already know. I don't think it's a coincidence that I had became an x86 elitist, and now I'm back to like enjoying like my small Linux handhelds, like, and my little metal stuff. Like, dude, these consoles are just a joy, dude. The smaller stuff. Yeah, 477. I think I'm intrigued by that one, dude. The 4.5M, I was a huge fan. I don't know. There's just something that you can get out of the colors from the metal consoles that you can't get from like these plastic consoles that we're used to now. Dude.
Yeah, I feel that.
I feel that.
I do. I'm gonna be wrapping it up here shortly. My baby's birthday is today. So we're gonna be doing cake. We're gonna be doing cake for him. He's 1 year old today. Super exciting. I do want to transition into oh gosh, what was it, Matt? What else did we have there, Matt?
The Ayaneo Pocket S2.
Okay, yeah, I do. That's exactly what it was. I just couldn't remember. So forgive me, you guys. I saved my notes on my Windows PC at home. I use a Mac over here on the studio. I should have saved it into Apple Notes, so I didn't get to have my notes here today. Yes, the Ayaneo Pocket.
He's old and can't remember nothing.
I mean, when
they can't remember nothing.
Matt, you know, when they look at this video and they see your face and they see my face, they're gonna be like, "He's calling him old." Bro, come on, dude. Look at me.
Did you see the comments from last week? Everybody was talking about how I was the best looking dude on the podcast, and then Danny was the second best looking dude.
I didn't hear anybody say that in the comments, dude. I actually, I'm gonna have to go back and read those comments. I will highlight them if I find them.
I memorized them. They said that
I bet you did.
Was the best looking dude they've ever seen on the podcast. Pink Beans Rock and Corruption Gaming was the second best dude on the podcast. And then the dude with the crazy hair, they said he was just crazy. You know, I think that was Javi.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just gonna let some silent speaking happen here on the bottom of the screen. And while doing that, I do want to say that yes, so the Ayaneo Pocket S2 was announced for pre-order on Indiegogo. I am excited and hesitant at the same time. Ayaneo has become a company for me that is a bit of a wild card when it comes to ordering stuff from the beginning, just because I have not had a pleasant experience with them as of recently. Also, too, I know that Lee, who I wish was still here so he could speak on this a little bit. He's had a really rough year with Ayaneo devices, and all of them coming in with some sort of issue. And so I don't want to get on this one early, but I will say that it is nice, dude. I had the Pocket S1. And it was so premium, just that glass and metal feel. It felt really good in the hand. The only reason that I didn't keep the device in my collection was because I didn't like the Peak 400 and its brightness. I don't know if you guys know, I am kind of, I guess the Vitchers would give it away. I saw somebody in the comments say something about who likes radiation in their eyes. This guy, me. It's me. I really do enjoy sun tanning the retinas. It's my thing. I like bright screens. I like bright displays. I like OLED panels. I like just very sharp contrast.
Looking for the nits rating on that screen. I don't remember reading about it.
It is 600.
Okay.
Yes, it's somewhere in there. You'll probably have to dig through a bit. They don't really hey, in your face show it to you, but it is there somewhere. It's 600 peak brightness. They don't mention anything about refresh rate, so I'm kind of feeling like this is a 60 hertz panel. I'm a little bit let down that they didn't use the Evo panel in this device. Like, why didn't we get to use
this? Is a smaller panel than the Evo panel, right? There's only like a 6.5 or something.
I think this is a 6.8 inch panel. I don't know what the Evo is. I think it's 7-inch panel.
6.3. 6.3 2K IPS. It's IPS. Well, it's not even OLED.
It's an IPS. It's not OLED. It doesn't have a high refresh rate. It only gets 600 nits. As we know with these IPS displays and getting higher up into the nits, we start getting some graininess on the screen. And so I'm just like, I don't know, dude. This is a premium device. I don't see why we couldn't get something, at least mini LEDs like the Odin 2 Mini. That was a nice display, got really bright. So I don't know. Also, too, I did notice that there was 2 different SKUs as far as there's way more than 2 SKUs. 2 different models, I should say. There's a Pro variant and a regular variant. The Pro is going to come with a 10,000 milliamp battery, whereas the standard one will come with 8,000, which is still a huge battery, as we know from the Odin devices. It's going to have, the Pro model will have replaceable or swappable D-pads, so you can use the dish type Xbox D-pad or the standard D-pad. And Other than that, it's kind of a lot of the same of the S1, except maybe a little bit of stippling or like grippiness on the triggers. I'm not sure what terminology they're using to phrase that, but I mean, it is a nice device, dude. I'm not gonna pre-order it. Honestly, I did consider it, but being that my last pre-order is not going well, still waiting. I'm not gonna pre-order this one. So, and also too, can you pull up their limited ones, their limited versions? Because I
let me take a look and see.
kind of want to talk about this B duck.
So before we do the B duck, when we're talking about it, I have a problem with the pricing here. So the Pro 16 gig 512 is $559. If you want the retro power color, I could be wrong, but all I'm seeing is literally the colorway, and they want $40 more to go to that colorway. That's a problem for me. Like, you're literally at this point locking a color. We've used that term a lot, locking a color behind a paywall. That's literally all they're offering here is a retro power color for $40 more. That's just not going to work for me, man. I mean, that's too much. That's outrageous if you ask me.
So I'm actually on the opposite side of the fence this time with that. Like, I'm okay with them. So biased, right? I don't care for the retro power colorway. But I always did want like the higher spec. And I didn't like that they locked the higher specs behind the retro power colorway. So now you can get the higher specs without the colorway as a black or a white model, which I do like. I think it's bullcrap though to lock colorways behind paywalls. It is just bullcrap all the way around. But at least we could get the high spec without having to go retro power. The B duck here. I don't know how we can maybe get that bigger. It looks like a child's toy.
It is, and it's $150 more than the Pro, and you get a half a terabyte of storage more, and that's all you get in the design. Looking for a better graphic of it. I don't think there is one. But
I'm not sure if like maybe B duck is just more popular with our Asian brothers and sisters or something. But I don't fancy that colorway. I really don't. I think it looks like a toy, especially for such a high-end device.
Not for $150 more. Not for $150 more. No way. No way.
Yeah. So.
So I have a little bit. We were talking about this earlier. It's not just because I'm an AY and chill. I was looking at the price of these, and I was really thinking hard about the 16 gig.
Thank you.
512 device, right? And I was looking at that price, man, for $559. That's x86 territory. I mean, I could get an Ally. I mean, if I find one in the secondhand market, I could potentially get an Ally X, which would blow any one of those, or Steam Deck, or OLED Steam Deck for that price. Blow this thing out of the water. So I don't know. For me, I feel like that's maybe this is too high of an ask. You know, I was super excited about the Ace because I'm all about 3.2s right now. But again, the ask was just way too much, man. It just was like it pushed me away, and I feel like they're getting progressively worse with this pricing. So
yeah, it's a step backwards, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, think if Retroid is offering freaking RP5s and RP flips and even the classic, dude, like at OLEDs, they're offering $200 OLED consoles that are performing well, that feel good, the build quality is there, like everything. Like OLED should be the at least the bare minimum, dude. Especially like when you start considering that like how you guys are describing this Pocket 2S as a premium console, dude. Like, what's premium about it? Just the body of it? Like, come on, dude. Like, no,
the brand.
Dude, like,
at this point, it's the brand.
Yeah, the brand. No, like I think the reason why the Portal is such a great console nowadays, or the Evo, the RP5, the RP Flip, dude, OLED's the new standard, dude. Like. And I don't know, they're like dealing with these like refresh panels, these refreshed LCD IPS screens. Like that's just taking a step backwards. And I don't see why like you would get something like that over a Portal where you could play it in house. It looks beautiful. Everything looks great. You take it outdoors. You play it at the park. You play it at freaking an amusement park, dude. Everything is still looking so crisp, dude. Not having to like, and then you have guys like Tula, where like like your eyes have mutated to a whole new form, like a reptilian. You probably have like the reptilian eyelid, dude. That from how much radiation, dude, like these OLED panels have provided to you, dude, you know?
Yeah, they've taken on a new form. Yeah. So, oh, that's hilarious. So I will say like yeah, I agree. I like the OLED panels. I think that the OLED is really the way forward. So we don't see. I mean, even mini LEDs, dude. Mini LEDs also it looks good. But I think for the price point that they're bringing these things in, we should be expecting OLED, and especially like from a company who already produced a device, the best Android device with an OLED, which is the Evo, the best Android device with an OLED, and and doesn't have little baby joysticks on it, and it's really good, dude. I mean, there are other options out there like a Batarang with like baby toddler joysticks on it, but the Evo is no okay. I'm gonna stop playing. I'm taking shots at Matt here. Matt really loves the Portal. The AN Portal,
I had some technical difficulties. I realized that my computer's BS filter automatically clicked on, so I missed everything you just said, buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. I can put it on a banner at the bottom of the screen.
Just say it again, bro. Just say it again.
But no, I mean, honestly, right? I just my only thing is with this device is that it comes with the G3 Gen 3, which is the new one, even newer than the Evo. And there's not any other devices on the market to compare pricing to with this chip. So it's like we're kind of at the mercy of Ayaneo, I guess, right? Because we don't know what is the value of this chip. We don't know, but I do know that this chip is capable of sustaining 20 watts on Android, which is insane. Like I think that this device will probably be really, really good for like Winlator and the Windows games. But I don't know. I would say with strong hesitation for people, just wait on the pre-order, dude, because they're saying shipping next month, and I can almost all but promise you that you won't receive a device next month.
For real. Yep. Let me tell you guys something quick, dude, that I ordered for my Evo from the Homeboy 11 Wang. When I got the Evo secondhand from Taz, it was having some sort of like trigger issues, dude, and we reached out to 11 Wang because the console was still under warranty, dude. And, he's like, yeah, like don't worry, like we'll ship you guys out like another set of triggers. And this what is it? The heat sink freaking kit. Dude, it takes them 3 months to ship that out, dude. 3 months, bro.
Yep, I believe it.
3 months.
So yeah, with that, I gotta wrap this up, you guys. I have some cake to devour with my little boy. This was a great episode. I enjoy it all the time, hanging out with you guys and talking nerd stuff. I appreciate everybody coming out and watching it, and those who watch it later. Let me know what you think about me wearing my Vitra glasses. Is it weird? Is it cool? Are you concerned for my eyes? Do you guys think I really have reptilian eyes under here? Because I don't. But yeah, man, I love you guys. I enjoy this stuff. I enjoy the tech. I love tech. This is what we do. This has been SaveState Podcast. This is Too Loud. My boy Matt, my boy Danny. We'll have links in the description for you to find these guys' channels. And yeah, see you next week. Or maybe we make a impromptu stream sometime later this week. See you.
Happy birthday to your little one, bro. God bless you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Peace.